Hello there, young Minecraft fans. This here is Uncle Troy, and today we are trying the Giant Ravine Challenge. And the Giant Ravine Challenge is as follows. You enter a seed in 1.8 of Giant Ravine, and then try to survive. And to make it interesting, you can create any limitations you want, like only come back to the island at night, or you must immediately dig down to the Giant Ravine, or you only play on Tuesdays, whatever your style wants to be. Me, I'm not very good at this, so I'm just going to play my regular style, just starting with the seed of Giant Ravine, and see how long I last. I expect this will not be long. Okay, first thing you always do is get wood, which we have done here. And I'm hoping that this block of leaves here drops at least 2 or 3 saplings. Otherwise, this will be a very short game, as I will have no wood to play with. Alright, let's make this a workbench. And I can't remember the last time I redid the achievements, so we might get some achievement gets in here from time to time. Alright, let's get us, I think we need us a hoe. Because it just occurred to me that animals don't spawn, achievement get, time to farm. Passive mobs don't spawn at the way they used to, and being out here in the middle of the ocean, if they haven't spawned yet, I think it's likely they're not going to. So in order to eat, I need to plant me a farm, something I've not done in quite a while. And when last I played and made a big farm, you used the hoe on grass and it turned up seeds, but now you have to punch wild grass. There we go, one. I'm hoping to get at least 3 seeds here, but I'm running out of wild grass to punch very, very quickly. And no, I think there's one over there. And I can see that they haven't fixed the horizon bug, where you get that kind of seizure-inducing flicker on the horizon. I was kind of hoping they'd fix that, because every time I go splashing around in the water, bad things happen. Okay, that's not good. We only have a single set of seeds, which will only grow a single piece of wheat. And wheat almost always drops at least 1 seed, but almost, not always. So we could be over before we start here, because we have no place, have no food. But let's create our first little plot here. Alrighty, we'll come back and check on that periodically throughout the episode, I'm sure. In fact, I would love to just stand here and watch it grow. I really wish I had some bone meal. That would make it grow instantly. And of course, these trees aren't growing very quickly either. These are the standard trees. I prefer birch trees, because birch trees grow very quickly. Time to mine. Okay, where shall we mine? I believe I will mine over here on this second little island. That way I can leave my first island. I know the ravine from watching the promo video of this. You know that the ravine is directly under the spawn point, and I do not want to dig into the ravine by accident, but I do want to create some kind of open pit mine here where I can get some coal and maybe some iron. Of course, all this is academic at best if I don't get some food, because I won't survive more than a couple of days without food. But that's my thought process on this, that I will create an open pit mine over here and dig down and get some resources. This is probably bad. I keep forgetting here in 1.8 we have to eat regular, and food is more important than iron or coal or anything else. Oh, I forgot to add, we have 3 whole flowers with which we can that we can use. I'm sure that will be useful somehow. We'll have to dye some wood, dye some wool yellow or something. And it doesn't look like anything's happened over at our main island yet. I was hoping to see a tree sprout or something by now. Alrighty, let's see how we want to lay this out here. I think about a 5x5 will be sufficient. That'll be big enough to expose quite a few blocks, and we'll also leave plenty of room to run away from mobs in case I dig into a cave or something. You may ask why I'm using an open pit method here, or what I call an open pit method. What I mean is that I'm making the, oops, found some coal already, good. I'm making this thing pretty wide rather than just digging straight down and off at an angle, because that way the sunlight can reach down to the bottom of the mine shaft, and I don't have to worry about needing torches to light it up, because until this point I had found no coal. So if I'd done a traditional mine of digging down, well, I can't dig straight down because I don't have enough wood for ladders yet. And if I dig kind of a staircase or stairwell or whatever you want to call it now, then I'd quickly get in the dark and not be able to see it all. Of course, with the brightness cranked up to a gazillion like it is, I could probably see a little, but it would be pretty bad viewing for y'all. Alright, let's fill this back in. We don't want mobs spawning and killing us when we're not looking. Although, looking back on this and thinking, perhaps mobs spawning and killing us wouldn't be a bad thing. Well, the killing part would be bad, I admit that. But mob spawning would not necessarily be a bad thing, because it occurs to me that I'll need, well, if I had bone meal, if I could kill a skeleton, get a bone, create some bone meal, I would be in much better shape, because I could use it to instantly grow the wheat, I could use it to grow trees, and I would be in much better shape. Because right now I'm stuck with one wooden pick, and I don't think I'll have enough wood to make another pick. Alright, and still nothing over at the main base. We have, well, it looks like the wheat may be growing just a little. Yeah, the wheat might have come up just a little. Trees are not doing anything yet. Alrighty, let's see, what can we do? We can make some torches. And we can light up the island so that you have to be careful with shift click now, because it seems that whatever you want to do will, whatever you least want to do will happen when you shift click now. So you have to be careful. Let's see, I'm going to light up these saplings so that they will continue, or at least have a chance to grow once the sun goes down. And I'm going to light up the island so I don't get attacked by mobs. Normally this is a good idea, but I'm starting to think it's a bad idea in this challenge, because mobs are about your only source of resources. Okay, mark the spawn. And let's go over here and see what the pit looks like in the dark. Splashy, splashy, splashy. Alright. And let's mark the corners here so we don't fall in by accident. And that's the last of my torches. Let's go back to digging here. It occurred to me that I might have to wait out the night in a house, so I started building one. It's mostly a little mud hut here. I didn't want to use cobble because I might need cobble later, and cobble, if I placed the block wrong, I'd have to use my pick to dig it up so that I could place it other. I'm not explaining this very well today. I was afraid if I used cobble that I would place it incorrectly and have to use up the durability on my pick to move it. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. But with these dirt blocks, as you can see, I'm placing them wrong already. I can always just come along and punch them until they drop, and then I can put them in a new place. But I figure this simple mud hut will do me just fine. Let's see. Still no. Let's see what we got over there. Looks like a skeleton and maybe a spider splashing around. And if I was smart, I would have immediately ran over there and attacked them. And instead, I came over here and started figuring out, okay, this would be the best way to make grass grow on my roof. But it occurred to me that if I can kill that skeleton, I might get some bones to make bone meal. And that spider might be good for dropping string, where I could make a fishing line. But while I was discussing that with myself, trying to debating with myself is what I was trying to say. While I was debating that, it turned out that both those monsters despawned, so I now have no monsters again. Well, with no monsters to fight, I guess I've got nothing to do but to go back to mining and hope I hit something interesting. Maybe a cavern with lots of mushrooms in it. That would be just fine. Okay, I burned up most of my stone pick. Got a couple of stacks of cobble. Looks like our oak. And while I wasn't looking there, we grew a tree. Woohoo! I think I'll go ahead and get this wood before I forget. There is, or I won't say there is, there was at one point some debate over the best way to get saplings from trees. One school said manually knock the leaves down and you get more saplings that way. And others said always be sure to let the leaves decay naturally, and you get more saplings that way. And I'm not sure which is true, but I tend to just let them decay. If nothing else, it's easier, and I'm generally lazy at my core. I hope I get more than just one sapling out of this. That will be disappointing. I would like to start a tree farm where I can always get wood when I need it. And yes, this is about as exciting as watching paint dry. Come on, give me another sapling. Come on, give me another sapling. Come on, give me another sapling. Give me another sapling. Hey, I got a sapling. And that last leaf block was a little stingy. But at least I've got one more sapling that'll bring my tree farm up to 3 now. Just plant him over here. Check out inside, nothing much changed. I think my grass carpet is coming along nicely. I would really like to come out here and look over and see that my wheat farm has just magically tripled itself. I really don't remember how long it normally takes wheat to grow. Usually the first thing I do when I start a new world is make a mob trap and start catching skeletons and using the bone meal. Okay, I think I'll expand this just a little. In addition to a grass carpet, I also want a grass roof, thatch roof maybe. And see how that looks. Okay, I think that's about all I have time to play today. So I'm going to sit here and admire my view of my mud hut and think about strategy. Most importantly, probably think about how I'm going to do this differently after I die from starvation here in the next day or so and need to start over. Okay, this is Uncle Troy signing off. Please have a good night.